Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Damn, it feels good saying this, but yeah, sorry for that extended break. I had to prepare for NEET, and thanks to all of your wishes, the exam was really good for me. Which brings me to, wow, 1,000 subscribers. Bro, I never really thought I'm gonna get this far, honestly, but yeah, thank you so much for this. And on that note, I'd like to make a Q&A video, so if you have any questions about me, about my college decisions, then definitely hit me up in my DMs or in the comment section below. One video which many people have asked me to make is asking me about how I do self-study. Well, I prefer self-study, so I've done self-study for the past 7 months for NEET. I've done self-study for other major exams like my SATs, the subject tests in SATs, IELTS and UCAT, etc. So I thought maybe I can guide you with a few tips. So here we go. First things first, you need to have a general idea about what is your learning method. Like for me, I learn better when I explain, or when someone explains it to me rather than me just reading it through a book. Plus, I have a photographic memory, so when I read it through a book, I remember it more. So similarly, you need to figure out what is your learning method. Maybe it will be writing notes, maybe it's teaching someone, maybe it's YouTube videos, or maybe it's learning from a teacher and asking questions, etc. So whichever method you feel takes least amount of effort and you can gain more from it, just go for it and note it down. Second thing, collect your resources. Now, when you know you're going to self-study and you do not really have any coaching institution or any body which can actually guide you through this whole process, it's important that you have the resources for study. For example, if I'm preparing for SAT, it's important that I have the books for SAT either online or the actual books, one book of Princeton, one book of Barron's, etc. So similarly, even for NEET, it's important that you know a place from where you can get notes, when you can get the complete syllabus ke notes, etc. So yeah, collect your resources. Sometimes you might not get it outside easily, but I swear everything is available on the internet, so go look out for them. Third thing, make a study space. Okay. Well, I shouldn't be really talking about this because my study space is very messed up. It's basically my sofa and it has TV and lots of disturbances, but somehow I'm able to read my best over there. But for some people, they might need complete quietness, or it differs from person to person. So you need to decide where you get your complete concentration. It might be in your room locked up, it might be in the hall, it might be with music. So just find out what that is, because once you have your study space, you won't feel like, अरे यार पढ़ाई करनी है क्या, वो वाला mood नहीं आएगा. Okay, the fourth point is pretty hard, but I mean you have to do it. That is timetable, discipline and time management. It's not easy to stick to a timetable as it is, but you should have a general idea कि for this day, what all are you supposed to finish? So that by the end of the day, you can look back and see कि तुमने कितना finish किया. Even if you finish like 70% of what you planned for, you actually achieved something. So be proud of it and treat yourself. Most important thing is you really don't feel like doing self-study when you're studying something which you do not have interest in. So make sure that whatever you're studying for, you actually want to study for it. I mean, if there is some majburi like English in CBSE or something, that's a different case. But when we talk about competitive exam, make sure that you're only giving the exam because you want to do so and not because of some external pressure, etc. And yeah, I could make a video about stream selection and your future plans, etc. if you want so. One very important thing about self-study is making your own notes, and these own notes, I know some people like me who don't really like writing much on some separate notebook. So I make my own notes just next to the particular line in NCERT, or maybe I have a separate book where I note down pointers. That's it. And honestly, I'm going to tell you something from my experience. I just wrote NEET, and I guess about 5 questions there were from my own notes, which I noted down in my laptop or which I noted down in my book just as extra pointers. And it really helps because when you're writing, right, you know what you're writing. So make sure that you learn and write But if you don't feel like writing much, just make notes next to your NCERT textbook or whatever textbook you're reading from. Now, the best part about self-study, which is actually a boon and bane together, is the pace. See, when you have an organization which is controlling you, you have to go according to their syllabus, according to how they rush through it. But when you have your own self-study ka mahal, then you can choose what your pace can be. You can either be ahead of your classmates, you can go at whatever pace you're comfortable with. Basically, everything is under your control. So your studies are under your control, and how you do completely depends on you, and you're not answerable to anyone else. And I know self-study can be really tiring, and you might doubt कि तुम actually पढ़ रहे हो कि नहीं. And at this time, more than anything, you need support of people. And honestly, it's very true that you need to surround yourself with people who inspire you. So make sure your friends or family don't pull you down, but actually motivate you towards studying better. Because honestly, if you have friends who demotivate you, you need to let them go. Because, dude, you can't study if that's the case. So this was just a small insight into how to exactly begin with self-study. And if you want a deeper look into this topic, then please let me know. I'll make a video about it, about how I plan out my day and how I utilize the online resources. Well, this was a short video and I'm done. And yeah, obviously ask your questions and I'll try to answer most of them. And that also reminds me to tell you guys that my frequency of posting will obviously reduce. When I started YouTube, I really didn't have anything to do. I was just preparing for NEET and I could post daily, but now since college and stuff will start, I might start posting a bit lower side of the frequency, basically once a week or whenever I get the time to. So yeah, if you actually like my content, then be subscribed, and obviously like, share and subscribe if you're new.